just finished off the port matching. So what I've done, you'll see from the pictures, is the cylinder head. Obviously this, like I said before, this has already been reworked, ready to go. So those ports now match the lower ports on the lower part of the inner manifold, and then those ports now match these ports on here. Now there was, you'll see from the pictures, there was a fair bit of difference on these ones, a couple of mil. Not centralised, it was more sort of off, but they've all been matched. All I've used is the gasket, so I've put number 1 cylinder gasket on there, made sure it fits, it's clean around there, match it onto that one, get a permanent marker, mark where you need to, and just remove the metal. What I've been using is a little carbide bit. I'll zoom in. They are very sharp. There's probably better ones to use. That's quite a big one, as in gap wise. Is that going to zoom? There you go. It's quite a big gap one, so you've got to be very gentle with it, as it does take some chunks out. So that's done. This side, there wasn't much difference. This was the bigger side. This is a 50mm inlet, and this measured 51. But there was a little lip, sort of 5mm in on these. It was 51 at the edge there, and then got into there, and it dropped up. I think it's about 49ish. So all that's had is like just sort of flattened it off a bit. This was a smaller side. This was 50mm. It was only 1mm difference. So again, I've just took them out to 50mm using the gasket. About 20mm in on each one. I've just smoothed them down a little bit. Obviously, it's not perfect. I'm not going for port and polish, because I'm not. It's just doing. I don't think there's much to gain on a port and polish, and I haven't got the tools to get in there. It's just mainly matching the holes up. So literally, it comes in for the throttle body, matches from there into there, in there, match to the head. And I've just finished off the throttle body. You'll see the before and after pictures. So you can't really, there's lots of other people you can get different throttle bodies. This is the standard 16 valve one, can't remember what size it is. You'll see from the picture, all I've done is bolted this front casing on so it's tight to where it would be when it's on the car, and then poured it out as best I can. It's polished a little bit, and they're not majorly. Obviously, you see some of the little marks in there, that's from the carbide bit. Obviously it's not going to affect it any way, shape or form really, but you can see that's a lot nicer flowing. This isn't mainly going to increase airflow, it's mainly just on and off throttle really. It'll pick up a little bit better. So that's done. So that just needs rebuilding, putting back together. It hasn't taken too long, a couple of hours over the weekend. So that's all that, port matched. Cool, cheers. Hello, right, I'll do a bit of an update for you. A couple of pictures. I've had the car out, turned around the other way, had some issues with the paint which I thought would have. If you can see, there's a sort of shiny patch there and dull bits. That, you can see it's sort of clear, that line there. That's where, when you spray metallics, you're meant to do sort of horizontal, vertical, and then once that's done, is sort of do like a dusting coat, so all the metallic particles have an even coating. Obviously I've messed up on a few bits of that, so there's that side there. Pretty much the driver's wing, door and the quarter panel and the other quarter panel on the left hand side I'm going to redo because I'm not happy with them. It's not a massive job. I've only got sort of the front wing's been sort of half prepped anyway. I've only got to sort of key up the surface, and it's already been primed anyway, so it's just a case of keying up the paint, getting it ready, and then putting a nice coat on it again. I'm not doing that yet, but I've got other things to do. The roof is some of the other videos I showed you as a few little, oh yeah, my car cover as well, keeps it dusty clean. There was a few ripples in it which I wasn't happy with, so I'm just going to redo that eventually. So bit of a kickback, but it's not, I'm not too worried. It's just bits to redo. So I've moved on to the headwork. Actually, I've been porting and polishing the inlet manifold, so all the top end of the engine is ready now. It's all been sprayed, cleaned. Pull that out a bit more. So it's looking absolutely beautiful. I'm really happy with how that's come out. And now I've also, airbox wise, I've taken out obviously the flap in it. This has got the 16 valve standard cold air feed. All it's got actually is that box on the side, which sits in the wing, so that's had a hole drilled into it. I've opened up that side, so once that's sat in the car, all that's going to have is a neoprene hose from the front somewhere up in a wing through in there, just to give a bit more cold air feed. That's done. The throttle body, air meter and pump is all back together. I did, you'll see from the videos, pictures, I have reworked this again. I had a different idea. I've increased that plate size from the standard 80mm to an 86. There's not any science behind that sort of size. I just picked a number and thought, let's see how much it'll bore out to. So I've done that. That's all, and I've completely widened it all out. And then that's just waiting for a new cork gasket. And a hint as well, the cork gasket is like 10 quid. Don't waste time doing that. Pay 3 quid for an A4 sheet off eBay for like 3 quid, and then just cut a new one out. So that'll get done on there, sealed on. I'm having a new sticker made up for the side of that, because the plates obviously was a bit worn and minging. So that's all ready to go back together. And now I've been doing baffling the sump. So this is in here, there's water in there. That's approximately 3.5 litres, which is sort of around what you're going to have in there when the engine's running. So what I'm hoping you can see is, obviously this is exaggerated, the sump is half flat, so obviously as you move, hold on, bear with. So as you're going around corners, you've got the water, you see it quite easily moving from side to side, swashing quite easily. And what you don't want on a long corner is the oil pump that sits in there sucking up air, because that's going to make a mess of the engine. And also heavy braking, that's going to be swashing up there pretty quick. And again, acceleration, vice versa. So what I have done, how have I put it? This isn't finished yet. Right. That will be welded in there eventually. I've got another strip. There's another strip that's going to be sat inside there once I've got some more metal. But what you can see is these are like called anti-surges in a way. So if you're going to be heavy braking, straight away, you're heavy braking, the water is held, well, the oil is held in there, so the pump has still got water and oil in it. Definitely don't want water in the oil pump. And then side to side, if I move that, it's a lot slower. On angles, you've still got that water. Get a bit of water in it. I don't know if it's hard to see on it, but you're doing that, you've got a lot longer time with the oil in the main contact area where the pump wants it. And there are many ways you can do it, where people have put like little trap doors in there, so when you go around the corner, one side will open, or that side will open, allow the oil to go that way, and that side will stay shut, and vice versa. But all I've done, it's a simpler method, is couple of holes, 10mm holes in each of these plates, and then I've got 2 angled plates on there. So as you can see, it's got enough to let the oil through, but not enough to obviously to block it. But I don't want those hinges in there, because people have put hinges in and stuff, but it only takes the hinges to heat up, possibly seize and not open, then you're not getting oil somewhere. So a quick demonstration, I don't know if you can see that clearly or not, but that's the idea of a baffled sump. Obviously the engine's going to be pretty tuned up as much as I can get it. It's not going to be tracked all the time, but it's going to go on the track and be fast road. So you can get the windrush trays which bolt on between there and the bottom of the block. I think they're about the diesels, but what they do have an issue is with these steel sumps, they don't seal properly, because these are designed for a cork gasket. So I'm not going to be using a windrush tray. It's just going to be that baffle once it's completed. So yeah, that's sort of where we're at the moment. I've diverted away from the car, back onto doing engine bits. Yeah, so that's the update at the moment. So cheers.